Good evening, everybody. I think you can hear that, but I can't. Unfortunately, I haven't solved that issue yet. Got that new old streaming issue where I can't hear the keys, but you can. So you know what, just for a second, I'm gonna turn my mic down and turn this little dial up here so that we can go in perfect harmony here. Let me just make sure it is in fact. Yeah, you guys can hear it. Alrighty then. That is some good old news. Some good old. Oh, yeah. Well, hopefully y'all could hear that. I could hear that in a different way than normally I'm doing it. All right, everybody. Today, it's Monday, August 8th, it looks like. That's what that symbol means, right? 8. I get confused sometimes. I think it means infinity, because that's what every day kind of feels like. It's just the same one. On repeat. Same chaos, different day. And today, it's quite exciting, everybody, because we got our fucking opponents, ladies and gentlemen. We today can know who's running against us in this little race we got going here. Who our contenders are, our contemporary. Yeah, we got an election last week that was more interesting than some people thought it would be, for different reasons. Oh, wonder if you heard that door slamming back there. What an interesting time, everybody. Because this year is kind of supposed to be, or was looking like it was going to be, a big old red wave. And to a degree, that might still be true, because what still remains true is that the Biden administration, which is what most people look at, most people when judging politics and judging their down ballot votes, these mean the swing voters that matter, the people who actually make these choices that can tip it one way or the other, the people who aren't just voting Republican all the time, voting Democrat all the time, because that's more and more obviously becoming increasingly less of a pleasant group to be around. And in fact, most people vote this way. Most people look at who's on top and what's happening, and if it's not looking good for them, they usually vote the opposite way. That's how the two-party duopoly works. You just switch back and forth, and you have this illusion of choice when really your options are always the same. Literally and metaphorically, whether you want to look at it as literally you only have these two options and you keep on going between these two options, or metaphorically, literally like the two options are the same, because they're the only differences are not substantial enough. Clearly. That's the one thing everyone can agree on. So Biden, with his massive inflationary crises and economic downturns, and just overall having the capacity to piss off pretty much everyone, you know, whether it be for everyone on the right because they see him as the biggest cuck to, you know, wokeness, and they see him as a puppet of the left, and people who see themselves on the left, this thing that's supposed left and fucking supposed right. It really is. I know that sounds like silly for someone to actually say, but it is. It's all a concept that's not tangible. The only tangible part of it is the R and the D that goes next to your name. And people with the D on their name have also not been very happy with Biden. Because, I mean, yesterday he literally was just filling up Trump's border wall. And, you know, it's a thing, if people who, you know, Republicans saw that, they probably would be scratching their heads, because it would put a hole in all of their everything. You'd be like, wait, is Biden really a Republican? But no, are Republicans really Biden? And is it really not even these labels that matter? And is it just the same bipartisan neoliberal policy that all of our past presidents in the last 40 odd years have supported? Maybe 50, actually. Jesus. Pretty much 50. That's the moment we're living in right now, ladies and gentlemen. That's the last moment. Biden is the last piece of this era. Unless, of course, he dies and Kamala is inaugurated. Then I suppose she will be. And then I suppose if Pete Buttigieg runs and wins somehow, then I suppose he will be. And then I suppose if someone else that I, you know, like Ron DeSantis comes up, I guess he will be. And we'll just be in this endless, you know, see, we want it if it doesn't end by the will of good, which it could, that's what I'm saying with hope, is that this is the last neoliberal mark of our history. You know, like neoliberalism started in Chile, and it spread over here, and that was the birthplace of it. And now Chile has become, their last election was for the complete opposite. And they said plainly, they said Chile was the birthplace of neoliberalism, and so it shall be its grave. And we're in a new era, whether we see it or not. And the era is defined by a lot of moving parts, always in motion. The future is, as a wise old puppet once said, difficult to see. But what isn't difficult to see is right before you, because that's the only thing that really matters. Before us, ladies and gentlemen, today, we have our two candidates elected from the primaries last week. In a primary that a lot of people were thinking, with all this Biden nonsense and all this Democratic, hatred and vitriol. Even people on the left chanting in the streets, "Democrats, we call your bluff. Voting blue is not enough." That is what they shouted to Beto O'Rourke and probably many others. But that's the one video I saw that just kind of blew my mind and lets me know, and all of us know, that the wheels are turning, actually, in a way that they haven't before. That is new. Because now, the biggest thing preventing this red wave from happening, and I'm not saying that, like I want it or don't want it to happen. I say prevent it because it's just what would be happening. It's what is happening due to the failures of our elected leaders and the swing of it back and forth. Just like we had the blue wave post-Trump. It's doesn't mean that necessarily meant any good or bad. It just leads to the next one. So in this red wave that is kind of happening, still, that's, man, Republicans are just finding ways to out-trounce themselves, because now that Roe v. Wade has, been overturned, that is the one thing the Democrats have now, really, to be like, hey, yeah, you're worried about this? Well, I supposedly worry about it too. Vote for me. The guy over there definitely doesn't worry about it. But I supposedly worry about it. So that's why you should vote for me. I might, if I feel like it, do something to codify rights for you into law. But I might not, we didn't, as a party for the last 20 or so years, even though we campaigned on it. Obama specifically campaigned on passing that, and he didn't. Even though he had a supermajority when that happened, and he could have. He literally just could have. So many things could have been done. But Democrats have failed, and the Republicans have failed, and it's just a big old swath of failure. And so, it's interesting. Last week, actually, if you look at the votes, there were more Democratic votes cast than I saw that Republicans. But that's probably out of that fear. And so, our two candidates that we have are the one and the onlys on the Republican side. I could not find a picture of this person. Not that I dug for a long time, because I feel we were just looking to find someone's picture. But this person's picture wasn't on any. See, they got this Transparency USA. It's a great. See, I have something pulled up here. I'm gonna switch to. This should be pulled up, but we got Aaron R. Gardner. That's the Republican nominee here for State Senate, District 27. This guy, don't know much about him, but what is interesting is that you go and look on his donations page and his expenditures page. He's only gotten in $4,845. That's a pretty cheap campaign, and only expenditures have been $1,780. And what's even more interesting, now while expenditures out, he's paid some money towards some LLCs and committees of sorts. But coming into his campaign, actually, it's only individuals. And there's not even that many, but only individual donations. So the guy on the Republican end here, Aaron R. Gardner, is having much more of a ground-focused campaign than the one on the left, Mr. John Cherry. And now, while none of that, says anything to his actual policy beliefs, and in fact, I can't say much other than that he's well, you can tell he's pro-Second Amendment. I am too. Because he's put money towards, what is it, the National Firearms Coalition. He doesn't have I can't say much on that's the thing. He's just, there's not much you can really find on his actual, I can't find his picture, can't find much of his actual policy beliefs, but that is kind of, that's how the Republican side of things works often, is it's just this, it isn't so much a litany of tests, of purity tests you have to pass, other than that you're not woke, and that, that's pretty much it. So you don't have to advertise much, but, it's a new up-and-comer, hasn't held any office, wish him the best of luck. I think I'm pretty sure it said he actually served in the military. I don't think it said where, but I wouldn't try and assume where. Probably served multiple places, I don't know. I like how I just said I won't assume, and I just said probably. Oh, but and then John Cherry over here. I have something to pull up for this man. Now this dude, on the other hand, I'll pull up a little video in a second. Mr. John Cherry, former state representative, or current state representative, seeking new election into the office of state senate. Donations received, 239,000. It's like already, way more than the other person. And Aaron, that's his name. John Cherry, expenditures, 176,000. So half that money hasn't really gone anywhere. It's interesting. You could say the same about the other one, and about this whole little business model of politics that we love. We got to amend the man, so all of this is different. But let's see who's donated to little John Cherry here. 13,000 from the Michigan Laborers Political League. Okay. The Michigan State Carpenters Council Political Action Committee. Okay, 5,500. Auto Dealers of Michigan Political Action Committee. That means PAC, by the way. When you hear a political action committee, it's short for PAC. It's a little word that makes it sound fun and okay and regular. But it's just a board of directors, and their business is giving this politician money. That's all it is. That's all the committee is. A political action committee. It's a little government corporation for a person, or many peoples, in fact. Their employment is so far and wide, all these PACs, man. They're really, they're the bread and butter of our fucking job system over here. Look at all these fucking politicians they're employing. They have so many benefits. Oh my God. We got Michigan Beer and Wine Wholesale State PAC, CMS Energy Corporation Employees for Better Government, DTE Energy Company PAC, Operating NG Local 324 MI PAC. All these are 45,000, 4,500, 55,000. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan PAC. Shout out to you, boys. Y'all preventing me from getting the care I need directly. Love you guys. Oh, shit. Michigan Regional Council of Carpenters PAC. Yo, a more perfect Michigan PAC. Michigan Realtors Super PAC. Whoa, he's got the Super PAC on the Michigan Realtors one. Moving Flint Forward. God, man, that's such a good sounding PAC. That's such a good sounding fucking name. And see, they can choose where they actually put the things in here. And we got United Food and Commercial Works. Oh, and then we got Comcast Corporation and NBC Universal PAC, USA. Comcast, what do you got a little interest in John Cherry over here for? John Cherry of Michigan? Comcast. You got your fingers all the way down here? Okay, well, all these different special interests, just, man, they paint quite a picture. Oh, here's a donation from Deborah Cherry. Makes sense. We got some individual donations as well. I won't say there's none of that. International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers PAC. Federal. Interesting. Troopers PAC. Michigan Education Association PAC. Man, there's a lot of PAC money. Michigan Optometric Association PAC. MI Smart TD PAC. Sheet Metal Workers Local 7 PAC. Teamster 332 PAC. This sounds like I'm making it up. It sounds like I'm just making up gook, but I'm not, I promise. Like, oh, God. Come on. Yeah, look at that. Like, this is on the second page, by the way. But, I swear to God, I'm not making any of these random numbers up. Friends of SVSU. I know people at SVSU. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Michigan Bankers State Association Mini Bank PAC State. What is that? See all these words, these fancy words that make you think they're so official? Every single one of them. It's very simple. And it's not so complex and specific. It's all these loopholes and legal words. Literally, it's like a subsidy, man. Subsidy is a fancy word for the government just going, hey, I'm going to give you money because that's what we do in corruption. Blank check. A subsidy with a blank check, man. It doesn't have to be with a blank check always. But it's just, hey, here's some money. That's it. It's just money. It's all just someone giving someone else money. Subsidy happens to be from the government to some corporations to keep them afloat, where they'd be dying otherwise if they didn't get our tax dollars going to them. With a blank check, by the way. No provisions, no nothing. All these different versions of these, financial entities. They're all just doing the same thing. The action is the same, even though all these names have all these specific. Michigan Bankers Association and My Bank PAC State. Friends of, I don't know, it's like, bro, man, there's some people who are so obsessed with these these indiscrepancies, man. Iron Workers Local 25 Campaign. American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees, people, capital people. All the people is all in capitals, so it must be for the people, right? If it's all in capitals, if just the people part is all in caps, man, then you got my vote, goddammit. Consumers Energy Employee for Better Government. Co-America Inc. PAC. Dow Inc. PAC. Dow PAC in parentheses. Ford Motor Company, Civic Action Fund. International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 252 PAC Fund. Man. All this big money. Realize that all these fucking PACs, all of them. And you know what? Someone can look up and correct me if I'm wrong and be like, this one isn't. This one actually is super, please correct me if I'm wrong. I feel only justified in saying this because they're all voted going towards a guy named John Cherry, who does what a lot of other people do. It's called nothing. It's very difficult. It's a very difficult task to do nothing. A lot of people couldn't do nothing if they tried. It's really fucking hard to do absolutely nothing, pretty much. And these people are the best at it. No one's better at doing nothing than Democrats. And so all these companies and corporations and political action committees, whether super or not, they all have a vested interest in that nothing. And all the names that say, these workers, all of them, they're run by 10 people. I promise you. Show me one that is actually a real union. And maybe if you do, maybe it is. And maybe that's the thing. Everyone else got a problem with because, union leadership can become corrupted. And there wasn't even any unions on there, actually. There wasn't a single one. So I don't even have to say that. So with that, with all of that said, let me actually just check, yep, all right. So here's a little video that I made like um April 15th, 2021. So it is over a year ago. Yeah. Over a year ago. Time, right? But so this was just back when I was just paying attention to different political things, and John Cherry here had a little stream on his Facebook Live. I know a little thing or two about that. As I said. Maybe John Cherry knows a little more than me. Honestly, I should ask him for some streaming advice. But here's this little video I made, and it's one of those Curb Your videos. Okay, this is called Curb Your Cherry. All right, and yeah. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. All right, you see this, everybody?
The next question is from Colton. Do you take corporate money?
So I do not have corporate money that's like 501c whatever dollars. I don't have a 501 nonprofit issue advocacy. There's some legislators who have these nonprofit accounts that can accept corporate dollars, but in Michigan campaign finance law, like your campaign committee can't accept corporate dollars. You can only accept political action committee dollars. But I do not have my own nonprofit account that can take those corporate dollars. Corporate checks are not a legal donation under Michigan campaign finance law for your campaign committee. And for folks who have those nonprofit accounts, they can accept those corporate checks. I don't have a nonprofit account.
What's this, you fucking piece of shit? What's this?
Okay. Alright, so I know that was silly. But we live in some silly times. And,
corporate dollars.
See, here's the question I was asked. I asked the question about that. Yeah, I was in it. And all I asked was, do you take corporate money?
The next question is from Colton. Do you take corporate money?
That is the question. Do you take corporate money? And so this guy's word salad, pretty much the way he thought on his feet to gobbledygook his way out of it is like, well, you can't, a corporate check, like a corporate check, like you get it from the company, that's not a legal donation in Michigan. You can't, do that. You can only, and he finally has, he's like, you only take it from, he says, political action committee dollars. But I don't have my own non-profit account where you can take, he starts talking about it because a non-profit, you can take corporate checks from, I suppose, like not just a straight up little, corporate, straight from the fucking office of the CEO, But see, what he doesn't care to explain there is that a political action committee can be made by a corporation, by in fact, an entire entity devoted to that corporation, to that business, to that institution, and that, I didn't say do you take corporate checks, I said corporate money. And taking money into your campaign from a political action committee that is from a corporation like Comcast, he doesn't take it. Don't worry. It's not. It's technically not corporate money.
Corporate. So I do not have a corporate money that's like 501c whatever dollars.
Oh.
I don't have a 501.
You have a 501
nonprofit issue advocacy.
Nonprofit.
There's some legislators who have
which
these
ones?
nonprofit accounts that can accept corporate dollars.
That sounds neat.
But in Michigan,
Well,
campaign finance law,
go.
like your campaign committee can't accept corporate dollars. You can only accept political action committee dollars.
Right.
That are. But I do not
Which
have
are
my own um, nonprofit account that can take those corporate dollars. Corporate checks are not a legal donation under Michigan campaign finance law for your campaign committee.
oh,
And for folks who have those nonprofit accounts,
those folks.
they can accept those corporate checks. I don't have a nonprofit account.
All right. You know what, John? Sorry, we're just gonna move on to the next question, John. What do you feel about hope? Do you think we have enough hope to really beat the system? I mean, God, I just there's not enough hope, man. We gotta hope. Come on, man. Keep on feeding me that hopium, baby. It'll surely get you a victory. It has before in the past. So, that isn't even a joke. It really could get you the victory, this hopium. Hope that will do what we never have done and have never shown we have the capacity to do as a Democratic Party. John Cherry, everybody vote for John Cherry, he's for you. He doesn't take corporate money at all. They're not a legal donation in Michigan, right? Yeah. There's no corporate checks, just PAC, Political Action Committee dollars. It sounds really fucking fancy and crazy and fucking lawyer-like and all, just don't worry about it. It's just fancy words and fucking shit. Trust me. I know what I'm doing. I'm John Cherry. Trust me. I'm fucking John Cherry. Please fucking trust me! Okay. Sure. Oh, no thanks. We slide on back in. I think I started this stream a little bit later than normal, so I might go a little bit longer if I can. Look, I'm holding the mug the wrong way. What a heathen. I better look like I know what I'm doing. If I don't know how to hold a mug, then how am I gonna know how to know whether to push the button or not when we gotta put the nukes on, cause you better be scared of those other people on the other side of the planet. You better be scared of them, because oh my God, they might push the button. Oh my God, we gotta be strong, everybody, and be afraid. Be sure to be afraid, because that's the only fucking argument we got left for you. I won't tell you that compassion just fucking is easy and possible if we just decided. If we just decided. But no. You must be afraid, of course. I mean, come on, you gotta be afraid, right? Just be afraid and trust the authority, and everything will just be fine. Be fine. Be fine. It'll be fine. It'll all be fine. Just drink more water. It'll get you feeling fine. Drink more water. It'll help you down the line. Just drink more water. Drink more water. Drink more water. Drink more water. It'll help me get you feeling fine. Drink more water. It'll help me down the line. Drink more water. Drink more water. Drink more water. Let me look at the old notes, eh? As we continue to just get off the tracks, eh? But that's how it goes, you know? It's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. You gotta just enjoy it, you know? God damn, it's a pretty good cookie, you know? Sometimes that's all you gotta say. You know, even if it's oatmeal raisin, bro. I mean, shit, I like oatmeal raisin. Alright. Oh yeah, see, the elections last week, I might have, chance I talked about this if I streamed since then, but I don't think I have, unless I streamed Friday, which I don't think I did. No, I didn't. I did not stream Friday, so, actually I haven't talked about it since then, yeah. The world was surprised last week by a couple different things. One of them being that Kansas voted to not get rid of abortion rights. There was a ballot measure in Kansas, and you know, see, now that Roe v. Wade's overturned, a bunch of, oh buddy, squirms. Oh my God, just tried jumping up and fell. Hi buddy, I know. But see, now that Roe v. Wade's overturned, a bunch of hello. Don't step on the keyboard, please. You're gonna press the button. But you can come over here. Come over here. Hello. Come on, little boy. Come on, little squirms. Come on. Come here. Alright, what was I saying? I've had that cat since I was like 7 years old, man. He's an old boy. He's an old little boy. Come here, little boy. Come here, old little boy. Come here, little Benjamin Button. Come on. Oh, yeah. You see the light shaking? He's rubbing his fucking face on the light cord. Oh, yeah, so abortion, yeah, sorry, I know it's like the most important thing in the world, but there's a cat in front of me. That's the dilemma of life, you know? Worrying about our rights getting taken away in the abstract moment. It's actually not, see, it's not abstract anymore. Fucking crazily and sadly enough. But then life is right here in front of us to tell me, you know, I know you're worried about all this stuff, but this right here, bro, this is the shit just rubbing your face on all the screens and all the light cords. Oh, come on, buddy. What are you doing? I'm gonna turn my keyboard off because I predict he's already gonna like walk on it and mess up the buttons, and that always happens. Abortion. What am I talking about, man? Yeah, Kansas. Since they repealed Roe v. Wade, you know, now all these states have their opportunity to go full frontal misogyny, you know, and hello. And so Kansas was one of the states I was trying to do it through a ballot measure this coming election, super quick, and people were pretty worried, to say the least, you know. They're pretty worried because it's Kansas of all places, you know. It's a Republican state. Some, you know, labels would deem, but the state of Kansas that happens to be full of. Oh, he just stepped on the keyboard. All right, buddy. Bro, why don't you come on my shoulder, buddy? Come on. But anyway, yeah, Kansas voted no. The people of Kansas voted no to this new abortion law in a surprise upset. And see, while there may be a lot of red movement still, there's a new cultural, you know, moment happening right now that's making things intense. And this cycle is going to be a little more of an interesting and varied one maybe than some people thought. Some people like even me. One of the races that is so exciting to look at, and who's a man, I'll say this guy's name right now, and I'm sure some of you guys have already heard his name, maybe, but you will. I promise everyone that you will know his name. The whole world is going to know this guy's name within a year. Sooner than that, maybe. Really. His name is John Fetterman. And right now he's running for Senate, U.S. Senate, not state Senate like me over here, U.S. Senate in Pennsylvania. He's running against Dr. Oz. Trump endorsed Dr. Oz from TV. And Dr. Oz seemed like a formidable opponent, to be honest. However, John Fetterman is more formidable. And John Fetterman is somebody that not a lot of people have seen a politician like in their lifetime. In fact, I'd say maybe it's the first one like its kind. John Fetterman, man, he's just like the most regular Pennsylvanian guy you can know. He's a dude with like a beer belly and a t-shirt and just wears khaki jeans. And he's like 6'9". He's taller than me. I'm 6'7". He's 6'9". Squirmy. I'm just shouting about height. You don't gotta get all freaked out and leave. You little squirmy runt. I love you, buddy. But, yeah, John Fetterman just wears regular people clothes. Doesn't wear a suit. He's like in his 50s or 60s, I think. And he has gained the trust of the Pennsylvania people more than a lot of politicians can say for any of them. Say only to Bernie Sanders in Vermont, I'd say, is like an equal comparison of it's not there yet. That takes time to really build to what that is. But we're in a different time than the 80s of Burlington, Vermont. We're in the age of the internet and the age of first-term senators being able to win a presidency. That was Obama, first-term senator, and ran and got people excited. And so coming up on 2024, you know, a lot of people are hoping there'll be someone to look at that isn't Trump, Ron DeSantis, Pete Buttigieg, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, or any other person that gets the donations of these frickin' PACs. But it could be a lot of people. Marianne Williamson seems like she's going to run. Now, I've seen her. I met with her. I got to talk to her a little bit, which was really sweet. And Marianne Williamson, why can't I say anything today? And by today, I mean every day, because it's all one broken day and night. But Marianne Williamson, man, so much of what she actually is about, like, influences, like, the beliefs of, like, my, like, family structure, which is interesting. And so a lot of it has influenced me. And in fact, like, if Marianne Williamson was on the ballot, I'd vote for her 100%. Do I personally think that she has the biggest chance? I don't know. I'd say she has a chance. I don't know. Her communication of her ideas are not... It's not for everybody, I don't think. And I can understand a lot of what she's saying sometimes because all of the, like, manifestation and, you know, kind of new spiritual thinking, thought stuff. That's, like, literally all what I happen to be, like, raised in. And, you know, I don't know. You know, I'd be listening to Alan Watts and Carl Jung stuff. And so that's kind of where my head's at with all these things. And so I already, I don't know, part of me likes to try and exist on that plane as much as I can. But it's not the same. And I have different views than Marianne Williamson on, you know, not just politics probably, but spirituality stuff as well. And so does everybody, and that's the thing. So going through that lane, not that that's, like, the lane she's going through. She just happens to be, that's where she comes from. But, like, that's the thing. It's possible because everyone's so fed up. And the one thing that she could really get across more than anything else is that she's as fed up with it as you are. And, like, truthfully so. Not in the way, like, Trump was fed up with it, where it's about him. And you can trust that he's fed up with, you know, the media. Like, that's a real thing you can fucking... But Trump isn't fed up with the entire system. And in fact, he didn't even... Trump could have... I mean, actually, see, I say this now, and that's probably a scary thing to say. I'm saying, like, you know, Trump could have, like, you know, reformed media law or something, brought back the Fairness Act we had before they took it away in the 80s, where you had to present both sides of the argument. That could have helped. But he probably would have said something. If I say Trump changing laws in the media, it probably would be something like, I don't know, a little... I mean, I don't know. I'm making hypotheticals of hypotheticals, so I can't even say. But like, he could have, you know, made it so that, hey, write a law that makes news unable to, like, participate in the political process of donations. And, you know, there's so many... I've talked about it. I've talked about different ideas with that on here, so I won't ramble too much about it. But, like, Marianne Williamson is someone who you can get behind in her sense of... I think the only chance she has is that if she really is able to connect with young people in the sense that maybe, you know... I mean, that's the thing. Bernie Sanders isn't the personality of a Gen Z person, right? Bernie Sanders has got a thick New York accent, and he's 83. He's going to be 83 in 2024. That's what I think about. Think about it all in terms of those years. But that's the thing. He probably, you know, he could run too, but I don't know. That's the thing. He's really old. He could run. If he ran and announced a VP with him immediately, like Nina Turner, I think that'd be a good strategy. Because, I mean, God, Biden just got elected, and he's a fucking old fucking sack of shit. So it's not impossible. It's also not impossible for someone like Marianne to come along. But I don't know. I think if John Fetterman gets elected to the Senate, he could want to just stay there for a while and actually get shit done in the Senate. But if he sees a true vacancy in a message of compassion and not, you know, that's the thing. That's what Marianne Williamson gets as well. But to be able to convey that is just a quality that you want to be able to have so that you can win, you know. Marianne Williamson with a debate with Trump, that would be interesting. Now that would be... That'd be historically something else. And I don't know. I root for Marianne. I root for all these people who think they can try. I root for Nina. Someone else pops up, you know, God, I know Tulsi Gabbard's now running on the Republican side of things. That'll be interesting. She's betrayed a lot of people's hope, unfortunately. And so I can't, you know, that's the thing. John Fetterman, I say all this hope, with this hopium. It's a bit of hopium for me. I just said, that's the thing. I'm just contradicting myself because it could not be. He could be, I don't know. Don't want another Elizabeth Warren situation. But see, it's not that, because he's new to politics. And there's something different about him. If you're so willing to just not even wear a suit, that says something. That says something about you that I haven't, that excites me for regular people in the government. RPG. John Fetterman is the fucking, see, I don't have that hashtag up here, but that's my other one I'm trying to push with Amend the Man is RPG, regular people in the government. It's our biggest weapon. Not a rocket-propelled grenade. Regular people in the government. That's our strongest weapon. And John Fetterman is goddamn the most closest thing we've ever had to a regular person. And he is trouncing Dr. Oz right now in this race. And that's the thing, I named this episode, The Raise is On, because it's not so much of a race for a lot of these people, like John Cherry and them, and John Fetterman's opponents, but it's more of a raise. And yeah, now that abortion is fucked up, it's like, here, donate. Let's raise some money, baby, because that'll help. Just raise us some more money. See, it's also interesting, this Republican guy, this Aaron, I don't want to mess up his name, Aaron R. Gardner. He, he didn't have that much. I mean, he's got the nomination for the Republican side. He didn't have a whole lot of money on his campaign. And in fact, a couple of his opponents spent and had more money given to their campaign. So, money doesn't equal everything. Equals the tangible word we have right now. But in terms of value, there is something more to be said right now. And that's the kind of people we need elected who are not just there for their own career self-interest. Someone even like Elizabeth Warren who pretends. That's the thing. It's the sad truth is people are fucking complex, and you can be complex in a number of ways. Elizabeth Warren, man, it's like, for all the things you have said to stand for that are pro-people in the past, the willingness to change those opinions is also noticeable. And people can change their opinions and still be trying to find the right way. But Elizabeth Warren is someone who's so clearly in it for their own career. And that's a sad truth. And it was not obvious to me until it was laid out in a scene where she was incentivized to do so by the people whispering in her ear and her donors. That's the thing, she had donors because he said, you gotta play the game to be in the game. We could all be playing a different game. We all could be playing a better game. This game hasn't gotten a fucking update in centuries, dog. Well, like half a century. Materially. I mean, we've gotten some little updates, but they're mostly just microtransactions to the whole system, on little extra ways to like, here's Obamacare, here's a right-wing thing, that was peddled by Mitt Romney, and then Obama got it done, and then Mitt Romney was like, I'm going to run against you because you're too far left for implementing the right-wing healthcare idea. That's what it was. That's what the alternative was, man. That's so freaking disappointing. But not everything is. Not nearly. For every disappointment, it's all just this continual, ever-present, infinite moment, whether it's August 8th, or it has no name at all. It's all right here. Let's see. Let's see. Just feel free to turn everything up. I do wonder if the piano's probably too quiet. See, something's going on with the piano sound. Let me just listen quick before I end the stream here. Oh no, it's not. See, it's not too bad. Gotta find a way that I can hear it though, because I cannot hear it right now. My own keys. That's why I had to turn up the piano a little bit. But who cares? Who cares? Potato, potato. At least you guys could hear it. I'm much more happy that you guys could hear it. You know, I'd rather have it you guys hear it and I don't than I hear it and you guys don't. I'd much prefer that. So, with that, I believe we're going to end this stream here. The race is on, ladies and gentlefolk, gentle peoples, and tough as nails peoples. All kinds of consistency peoples. Whether you're made of jello or you're made of straw. I got love for you. I really do. Straw man, jello people. What a constituency. I'd be very proud. Alright, ladies, and, what if? Alright, you know what? Bye. How about that? Just bye. See you next time. See you later. A la frickin' gator?